Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Like I mentioned in the last episode, in the first episode of the series, Juve and Roma we are going to play today. They're both friendlies, but after playing Inter, you know, you got to play Juventus, you got to play Roma. I kind of want to see them on the channel, have them recorded for posterity as we get crushed by them later in the season, I am pretty sure. And then we're going to go straight into Napoli in the next episode and start the actual season. Nothing has happened, so I've got nothing to tell you. I have zero money. Still, I have no transfers coming in. I don't know who to get out. So yeah, please, seriously, let me know in the comments below what you think, who I should get rid of, if you have any ideas whatsoever. But for right now, let's get into this Juve game. So this is the lineup that we have coming out against Juve. Just throwing things out there. Magnan is back in full fitness, so he's coming back in. Hernandez, Tomori, Gabbia, and Dest in the back four. Tonali, Bakayoko, and Pobega in the midfield. I don't know Pobega at all. Leao, who is actually wanted by Tottenham. I don't know if I want to accept that, but we'll see. He has a release clause of 129 million. So if they do that, hell yeah. But otherwise, I don't know. Rebic up front and Diaz on the other side. So it'll be an interesting match. Again, it's preseason. I shouldn't expect too much. Bakayoko is confused that why feels Simon Kerr should have been picked. That's not your problem. And Brahim Diaz is roused? The fuck does roused mean? I mean, it means he's happy, I guess, but roused? So I'm going to assume another crowd of about 300 people. I really don't know where we are. I got to figure out where in the country we are. But it's just interesting that we go to these tiny little places, and I mean, I guess we're giving a lot of money to the local economy, so that's good. So we are just passing it around and then get tripped up. DeShiglio is still in Juve. I think I've brought him to almost every team that I've been a part of because he's always so cheap. And then there's a reason I find out why he's so cheap, because he sucks. He's got some... he used to have some fantastic stats and would always be that go-to guy for the right and left that I always wanted to go to, but he never pulled it off for me. I always got pissed off that either he wasn't playing too much when he was playing most games, and we get stripped immediately. But thankfully, Brahim Diaz able to pick it up. But man, DeShiglio was interesting. Leao! Whoa. Like Dest. What is this? I mean, what is Dest doing? Oh, it's a weak shot by Rebic, but Dest is just kind of running, and the ball just gets nicked off his shoe. Whatever. A great pass up to Bakayoko. Can he get in for Rebic, who's just skies it? So I have an assumption that basically every time I do an Italian save, a Premier League team will come in, no matter who the Premier League team is. It could be like Aston Villa or something. Can you guys get actually strong shots on target, please? But a Premier League team will come in and offer me some crap deal, like 100,000. I'm just getting random thing, but 100,000 for, you know, Leao, whatever. And I'll say, no way in hell am I dealing that. I need you as a player. And the player will be like, why didn't you accept that? I was like, because this is just a stupid offer. I got some 17-year-old who I promised that I would loan him out. I was about to say, I promised that I would loan him out, but the only teams that have come in for him have been, you know, I'll give him fringe time on the pitch and things like that. And I was like, no, this is a guy that I want to develop, so I want to see how he does. He needs to at least be a squad player. But thank you, Rabiot, for kicking the crap out of Bakayoko and giving us a pen. But I swear, this 17-year-old, you know, and in the offer for the kid, the whole deal was, you know, his agent says he's fine talking to these people, but he's also happy to stay. And so, you know, I said, I'll reject him. I'm rejecting them all. And he came back to me and said, I'm pissed. Why didn't you allow me to talk to them? I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just FM being stupid yet again. But if you're telling me, and this is a long-winded way of saying, if you're telling me that he's happy to stay at the club and is fine talking to the players, but he's happy to stay, and it's a fringe playing time, there should be no issues with that whatsoever. I'm amazed I got through that. So Sandro with a fantastic kick up to Kostic. My defense. I mean, it's not my starting defense right there, but my defense just screwed the pooch on that one. So you've got 6 guys here, maybe 3, 5, yeah, 6. Who are you? And Gabia. Yeah, and then Manyan just, I mean, he could have put that foot out a little more, but man. Okay, unless this is offside, it's not offside. Skip it. Leao with the steal from DeShiglio. Coming up the pitch, stopping, getting it to Pobega, who's, I mean, unable to do it. I mean, these guys, are they like flies? They'll just get attracted to whoever's got the ball, and they're just fantastic at it? I don't know what that analogy was, but, I mean, they're so much they're so much ahead of us right now if you just look at the pitch. We get the ball a lot, but the moment we get it, they're right there. Pobega! And he had the entire left side of the pitch open. But man, I mean, you give them a little space and they'll open it up and they just close you down left and right. Our team is not gelling at all. Dest actually with a fantastic kick. Oh, and then Leao with just a crap shot. Man, this first half sucks. But I mean, we are dominating this game. 12 shots, 4 on target to their 6 and 2. And their 6 and 2, they've actually brought up a lot. Because at that one goal, and for a long time after, they had 1 shot on target. But still, we are just crap in the bed right now. There we go, up to Rebic. Can he actually do something with it? No, because the defender was right there. See, defense, this is what you're supposed to do. Oh, what on earth? Are you kidding me? I mean, my defense is like, I mean, I don't know what the hell happened. Is that a pinballing? So DeShiglio out to Quadrado, Fagioli. I mean, look, he's wide open. Yeah, it comes off fucking hell. It comes off Kalulu. Thiao just, I don't know, comes from behind. So 2-0, 20 shots, 8 on target, 62% possession to their 8 and 3, and they still win 2-0. I will tell you, I gave up after a little while. This is only preseason, but man, that game sucked. So before we get back into this Roma match, Victor Letu. I apparently promised him at some point that I would loan him out. I'd find a loan move for him. He's 17-year-old. He actually has a lot of potential, apparently. So I kind of want to keep him around. I promised him a loan move, and it's failed. But the transfer window's not closed yet. So how has it failed? I don't understand. And I've been offering it out to every club I can. I've offered him like 2 or 3 different times. Teams have come in for him. He doesn't do anything about it. How is this my fault? And this is something that's always pissed me off, is that these things fail, but it's not my issue. I don't understand it. The only other thing I wanted to bring, this bar game, 4-1 drubbing of them. Absolutely fantastic match. We held control the entire time. 29 shots, 14 on target. They didn't have, I think they had 1 shot, maybe 1 on target, up until, at around halftime, just before halftime. And then somehow, and I mean, in the later stages of the game, I started putting a whole bunch of people on. Simic came in for defense, and that's when they got the goal. So once I started just throwing people in to get them some game time, that's when the shots started going up. But 29 shots, 14 on target, absolutely fantastic. Annihilation of them. So this is the lineup that we have coming out today against Roma. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now, at least, for our first team 11 against Napoli coming up in the next episode. I wanted to throw a bunch of different players in there, but I'm not so sure. Especially because I'm still not sure on some of the people I want to kick out of the squad. Not kick out, but sell onto the squad. And people I want to bring in. So that's still all up in the air. But, and minus Manyan is still kind of coming back slightly from an injury. I have so many injured players. Tamori is injured. Florenzi's still injured. Thiao's injured. It's insane. I don't know what to do with all these injuries. So it's crazy. I mean, some have finally come back, which is nice, but they're still a little bit, coming back to fitness and all. So we do have That dude in goal. We have Shanu in goal. Hernandez, Kyer, Kalulu, and Calabria in the back four. Calabria, I mean, again, the whole passing thing is a mystery to a lot of these players. They'll run and get the ball back once they've given it away, but they give it away a lot. But Pobega, Benacer, I'm going to talk about later. Tonali in the midfield, Leao, Diaz, and Giroud up top. Giroud came into that match against Bali. My memory's shot. And stormed it. He was in there for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and got a goal. So, yeah, go hard when tackling. What the hell? Now, my coaching staff has basically said I should get rid of Benacer, Rebic, and Adli. Adli, I'm debating about because he does have some potential, and he's only, I think, 20 years old. Benacer and Rebic, I'm thinking about. Benacer, of course, I started thinking to myself out loud in the previous match that I would get rid of him, and he scored, and he did fantastic, and he was amazing. So I don't know, but our AMR and L and our midfield are just stacked, and I don't think we need that many players. I mean, our team is massive. I mean, we do have a bunch of fronts we need to play on, but we also need some money. I have possibly one guy coming in, Leao. I mean, are you just kind of, hey, Patricio, here you go. Here's the ball. Take it. Pick it up. It's all yours. But I do have one player coming in as kind of a backup to Calabria. I know we have Dest in there. This dude would be coming in and then kind of going straight out on loan, hopefully. But we'll see if he comes in, and Dest will be probably back at Barcelona next year. So Theo up to Leao. Still wanted by, Brahim. That was what seemed like a very weak shot. Patricio still had an issue with it. But Leao apparently is still wanted by Tottenham. I have not heard much more from that. Hopefully I won't. It's kind of one of the things that I hate is that when you're playing an Italian side, you have all these, like I said in the previous match with Juve, you get all these players that are wanted by, I mean, what the hell was that? Pobega, Theo, up to Tonali, who heads it ever so lightly, and Patricio's like, boop. So 1-0 to Milan. That would be fantastic if that happens in the regular season. But as I was saying, so Premier League teams come in, and they usually come in at the tail end when you're like, well, shit, now what am I supposed to do? My player's pissed off at me because I won't let him go. Or if I do let him go, I have money to spend in the last week of the transfer season, so. But Theo, just kind of bringing it up for Leao, into Benacer, and then out for a corner. So we'll see what happens to Benacer, though. It'll be interesting. I really wanted to do this match simply because Roma was my first choice, and we'll see. I mean, the squad is really good. You've got Dybala, you've got a bunch of people. Benacer, I mean, one of the other issues that we have is while we have tons of shots and shots on target, you're passing it basically right to the goalkeeper. And they don't seem to understand that there's openings elsewhere amongst the goal. But yeah, no, this Roma team is pretty good. Balati's Ante Koric is still there. That's interesting. There he is. Aye. Funny enough, my entire lineup is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You have to punish keepers when they come out for you like that. Oh my word. So Theo into Giroud. Great pass to Leao. Oh, the freaking woodwork is going to be an issue again this year, isn't it? I mean, what on earth? Tonali is just kind of skirting around his man. Up to Benacer. Again. Big box. Tall, thin man. Where do you want to shoot it? Let's go for the tall, thin man. Leao sneaks his way in. Finally. Finally, the man finds the back of the net. Absolutely crazy. So that'll bump his 7-4 up. But Brahim passing it all the way over to Leao, who sneaks through one, sneaks past another, and then with his left foot finds the side netting. Thank goodness. 2-0 to Milan. Yes, I'm going to proceed with a couple of changes there. But El Shaarawy's still at Roma. I don't know if there's any Roma fans watching or any Italian fans watching, but how long do you see El Shaarawy staying at Rome? I mean, is this going to be his career, and once he leaves, he's done? I know in my save last season with FM22, I got rid of him. I think in January, if I'm not mistaken. There were just better options on the bench that I could use, and he wasn't really wanting to be a bench player, I don't think. But Tonali into the box, out of the box, and then Tonali has to stay. There is no question about that. And what I absolutely love, and I understand this is a game compared to real life, is Liverpool has been looking at this kid and has kind of been around the signing aspect of him. I've always loved Tonali. I would love to see this guy in a Liverpool uniform. But Milan 3-0 over Roma, who's only been kept to 2 shots, 2 on target, and 42% possession. I'm loving it. Now, I am putting Rebic on the pitch. If he gets a goal, he stays. He's got no time left to do it, though. Calabria on the throw. Sailmakers, who I actually probably will be the starting. Yep, there he goes. Nope, he was offsides, and there's the goal. Sailmakers probably will be the starting AMR. I just forgot about him, kind of. So, but with a disappointing game with Juve, we have an absolutely dominant performance against Roma. 3-0. Oh, it's at the San Siro. Okay, I did not know that we were back from camp already. But in front of our home crowd, look at all these yellows. Why are my teams always so much in the yellow? It's insane. I guess I kind of put in those kind of performances and just kind of shove the shit out of the next guy. But that does it for me. Next game is going to be Napoli, which literally is the next game. So that's the next episode for us, and we'll see how we finally start this season, and I don't know, we'll see what happens from there. But that has been it for me. sefian.gaming, thank you as always for watching. This has been Roma. Oh my God, I'm still stuck on that Roma thing. This has been AC Milan, finishing out our friendly season, and we're getting into the league next. Take care and enjoy.